Hello guys, I am Blue K, and yes, I have hiked the John Muir Trail twice. And I just got word that I'll be doing it a third time. And I decided that this would be a really awesome opportunity to share my knowledge with you guys. All sorts of things that go around doing the John Muir Trail, planning properly, all that kind of stuff. But for those of you who do not know what the John Muir Trail is, the John Muir Trail, or JMT, is a backpacking trail that stretches from Yosemite Valley to the top of Mount Whitney. This trail is 211 miles from start to finish. Now, this year, I'm going to be starting in Tuolumne Meadows, so that means that I'm not going to be starting in Happy Isles, Yosemite. I'm going to be starting 23.9 miles up the trail, but then you add in the top of Mount Whitney down to Whitney Portal, which adds about 10.5 miles. So in the end, I'm going to be doing just shy of 200 miles. You will most likely do 221 miles or 237 miles if you're lucky enough to get the Half Dome permit. The John Muir Trail travels through some of the most beautiful national parks and wilderness to this day that I've ever gone through, including Yosemite, Ansel Adams Wilderness, John Muir Wilderness, Kings Canyon, and Sequoia. Every time you go over a mountain pass, you're entering into a whole new world. So what am I going to cover in this JMT prep series? I'm going to go over gear, physical preparation, logistics, group planning, and of course, how to save money. Now, I'm not perfect at all of this. In fact, the first time I did the John Muir Trail, I was just a teenager. I don't know everything about this, but I was involved a lot in the planning for the second time that we did it. And of course, I was very involved in the meal planning because as a teenage boy, I was very, very excited about that. Now, I'm gonna do my best to prioritize this as best as possible from what you need to be doing right now to get prepared, because right now is really the time that you should start preparing for the JMT. You do not wanna get stuck like a few weeks before or a month before scrambling for stuff. You want to get started preparing now. So if you would help me by subscribing and commenting on my videos, if you've done the JMT before, that would be awesome to give some insight on the things that I should touch on first. That would be absolutely fantastic because I would love to create this series as an awesome way for people to prepare for the JMT every year. And even if you haven't done the JMT before, let me know what you would like prioritized, the things that you're worried about that you want to prepare for first. Guys, the JMT is one of the most amazing parts of my life. In fact, it's one of the biggest achievements I've ever had in my life. So I want all of you who want the opportunity to do this trail to be able to do it, but we have to be realistic. Every single time I've gone, someone has left because of illness or injury. The first time I went, that was my dad who had to leave because of compartment syndrome in his legs. The second time we went, he was able to complete it with the right preparation. Here's a slightly optimistic, but nonetheless optimistic stat from halfwayanywhere.com. They did a poll in 2022 that said that 80% of the people who started the JMT completed it. Now that wasn't everybody who did the JMT. That's why I think it's a little optimistic. Now for the people that did have to leave early, here are the top 3 reasons that they had to leave. 1, illness. 2, injury. And 3, weather. But my thinking is if you guys watch this series and comment below, especially if you've done this before, or even if you haven't done this before, that we're gonna all be able to prepare together for this year's season. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. I'm so excited about this summer and I can't wait to see you out there on the trail. But until then, I'm gonna see you in a lot of preparation videos. So see you soon.